In our Creating XGen Hair series, we showed you how to shade XGen primitives using the default XGen Hair Fen shader. In this movie, we'll look at an alternative way to assign colors to your primitives using ramp shaders and ptex maps, available as of Maya 2015 extension. Make sure to set the current project to the provided scene folder, then open the file XGen Shading Start. This file is similar to the one we used in part 6 of our Creating XGen Hair series, just with a different hairstyle and sans animation. Recall that by default, Maya uses an XGen Hair Fen shader connected to the XGen Hair Fong shader to color the hair. While this is perfectly functional, it does have a few limitations. You have to use a set of custom shader parameters to color the hair's root and tip. This means that each hair primitive is limited to 2 tones. It also means that you have to render your scene to see these colors, as they are not visible in the workspace via the XGen preview. Let's update this shader network with a ramp node instead. In the Hypershade, select the XGen Hair Fong shader and open the node editor. Show the connections. Delete the attached XGen Hair Fen shader. Now create a new ramp texture node. Rename it Hair Ramp. Connect its OutColor attribute to the Hair Fong shader's Color attribute. We'll also need a new XGen Hair Length Mapping node. This node represents the actual map in UV coordinates of the primitives from root to tip. Connect its out value to the ramp's UV coordinate, V coordinate attribute. Now select the ramp node. In the attribute editor, the ramp represents the color of your hair primitives from root to tip, based on its input V coordinates. Let's go with a dirty blonde base with red colored tips. As you can see, the primitives change color in real time as you adjust the colors. And of course, they also appear in any renders performed using Mental Ray. Feel free to add as many tones as you like, simply by adding additional ramp points. Next, recall that in the Creating XGen Hair tutorial, we showed you how you can assign ptex texture maps to each of the custom shader parameters to control the color of hair over a region of the head. We can do the exact same thing here by assigning a ptex map to the selected ramp color attribute rather than using a solid color. Let's try coloring only the tips of Emma's pigtails the same color as her hairbands. First, we'll create a new map by painting it directly on the scalp. Turn off the XGen preview for now, then unhide the Scalp Geo node. In the XGen window, go to the Preview Output tab. We'll assign our ptex map to the primitive color attribute, since it only affects the primitives in the workspace, and thus will be non-destructive to our rendered look. Expand the Expression button next to Primitive Color and select Create Map. Rename the map Tip Color Map and increase map resolution to 15. Maya floods the scalp white. Open the 3D Paint tool. First, flood the scalp with the same blonde color we used in our ramp earlier. Now within each hairband, color the scalp red and black respectively. Save the map and display the primitives again. XGen updates the primitives appropriately, though it colors the entire pigtails, and not just the tips like we wanted. That's okay. Remember that we're only using the primitive color attribute to preview the colors for now. When you're happy with the look, click the Expression button. In the XGen Expression Editor, clear out the expression field. go to the Samples tab and select Global UI Color Gray. This instructs XGen to return the primitive color attribute back to its default value. Now that we've created a ptex map file, we just need to apply it to our new hair shader network. Return to the node editor and select the hair ramp node. In the attribute editor, select the rightmost ramp handle representing the hair tips and click the map button next to selected color. In the Create Render Node window, first select the mental ray section, then select the XGen ptex lookup node. Assign the tip color map file you just created to this node. Hide the Scalp Geo node again and render the scene. The hair tips on either pigtail are black or red based on the ptex map you created. You can use this method to create additional maps for any of the other selected colors. With the right combination, you can come up with some truly outrageous styles.